Hello and welcome to For the Love of Food. I'm your host Ayza Omars. Now here's the story. I have friends coming over, friends who have time and again challenged me and my cooking skills, considering that I host a traveling cooking show. So it's time now to prove that I've learned quite a bit from the streets and from the different restaurants that we have sampled together. So the menu for today is dum kebab with white rice, and for dessert we have apple pie a la mode. So what we're going to do is we're first going to prepare the apple pie, the dough as well as the whole filling. Reason being, it takes about 30 minutes to bake this, and while that's in the oven we're going to make something else. For apple pie dough, what we need to do is get some flour, 2 cups of it. So that's about 2 cups of flour. Now this, if you're using self-raising flour, do not use salt, but if you're not, like myself, flour is something we find common in our kitchens. 1 teaspoon of salt right in there. This helps to raise the flour. In fact, what I usually do is, though it's not required, but if you want your pastry to be a little puffy, you can use a bit of baking soda, just a tad bit, something like about the tip of your teaspoon. Now I need some butter, white butter or unsalted butter. This is about 2/3 of a cup. So you can soften it up a little. Don't liquefy it completely, because that would just make your entire dough very, very oily. We want it to be a little solid. That's 1/2 cup, so yeah, just about it. That goes in. So I've got a little bit of water here, but I'm going to add it in a little later. Preferably cold water. Do not use warm water. It's just going to ruin the whole thing. So when it starts looking like this is a good sign. This is what you need. And this is when you're going to add the water in. It smells great. The butter just mixes so well. Just about right. So one sign that your pastry dough is ready is when you can make a complete round blob like that and press it against your palm and it doesn't break or clump. This is when it's ready. So this is how you make the crust. Now you make the sort of the batter, you may call it, of the apple pie filling. What we do is we take 3/4 of a cup of sugar. That's about it. And then you take 1/4 cup of flour. Something you must always have at home is crushed nutmeg and crushed cinnamon. So you can use 1/2 teaspoon, but what I like is 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and a nice generous helping of cinnamon. This is what gives homemade apple pie that homemade feel. Tad bit here, and to balance out the sugar, of course, just a teeny weeny bit of salt. So you've got this mixture. It's quite a bit, as you can see. Mix it, and now get finely chopped apples. Try and get apples that are not very ripe, because the harder they are, the more the juice they let go when baking, and they don't get soggy that easily. It's a pretty good mix. And now into the crust. That's about enough. Just up till the top. Alright, now the top layer comes in. Again, roll away the edges inwards. Lay it on top. There you go. should fall right onto the sides. Use a knife to trim the edges. But what is important either way is to leave slits, because if you don't do that, this thing is going to rise and tear and look terrible. So just use a knife. There you go. This now is ready. It goes in the oven for 30 minutes. All right, this sits in here at 450 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. Right now, a quick short break. We'll be right back.